The beautiful Mambila Plateau is a land of immense ecological importance. It is important because of its contribution to climate change mitigation. It has also nurtured unique ecosystems and their attendant species population. The Mambila Plateau is today facing a number of threats to its ecosystem. First of this is overgrazing. For some time, the tradition on the Mambila Plateau is that of buying off large tracts of land, such as this one, and fencing them off for the purpose of grazing of cattle. However, there has been a great challenge to this tradition due to the discovery of blue sapphire across the Mambila Plateau. The mining is unregulated. Some people believe it has brought relief from poverty and has also reduced crime.
All of our brothers and sisters, they are here keeping themselves very busy. At least some of our brothers who don't have anything, or maybe from poor background, who don't have anything doing, they are here busy keeping themselves. Some of them that don't even have 10 naira today, they can count millions of nairas on their own. And some of them, they sponsor their junior brothers and sisters because of this mining.
Standing at an altitude of 1,521 meters above sea level, the plateau receives an annual rainfall of 1,850 millimeters in a year. This wet situation has created a series of streams that drain off the plateau. This in turn creates many rivers on the plains below. These rivers are Rivers Taraba, Donga, Keshimbila, and River Ngamgam. Others are Mayo Butali in Adamawa State, while several rivers and streams also drain off into the Cameroonian side of the plateau. Unfortunately, it is in these small streams that occur in the valleys of the hundreds of interlocking hills of the plateau that the blue sapphire occurs. In pursuit of the bluestone, the miners clear the ecologically precious gallery forests that are found there. They dig the pits, the running water sumps in. Next, the flow of water is reduced. The rivers downstream are getting diminished intake. Being a watershed, the Mambila Plateau has nurtured a rich forest covering a large area which begins from her valleys down to her foothills.
We have different kinds of habitats. We have the mountain grassland, we have the mountain forests. Then when you go down, you're going to find a lot of gallery forests. And then you also have the rainforest. That's why there is a huge support of chimpanzees, which are found within the Ngelnyaki Reserve here on the plateau, and also the Ngelnyaki Mountain Forest and Project, and also Gashaka-Gumti National Park. Now, this reserve or the national park is important due to these different habitats. And because of the proper water supply, these forests flourish.
This forest covered the Nigeria Conservation Foundation's Buru Forest Project, the Faro National Park in the Cameroons, the Nigeria Mountain Forest Project at Ngelnyaki, and thousands of square kilometers of unprotected forests. Apart from their climate mitigating effect of reducing excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, these forests hold and provide sustenance to thousands of species. To find a balance between the provision of a new source of income to the local inhabitants of the plateau and to maintain the health of the ecosystem lies the need to employ a sustainable means of extracting the mineral.
Throughout my stay with the state government as the director of solid minerals, I tried my possible best to get the government to understand that it needs to establish an independent entity called the Taraba Solid Mineral Development Company. This company will be owned by the state government, the local government, and the community, wherever minerals are found. That is a share percent they are allotted. This independent entity will act just like the NNPC is acting for Nigeria. It will easily acquire federal government permits over land areas where these resources occur. But because it might not have the capital to be able to mine, it will enter into partnership with capable companies, capitally endowed and having infrastructure for mining. You know, just like the NNPC goes into joint venture with Shell, with Mobile, and blah, blah, blah. When this entity goes into joint venture with such established mining company, then the resources will be extracted safely because there will be expertise, there will be equipment, and production will be shared according to the joint venture agreement. Whenever the joint venture agreement is exercised and production is shared, then the state comes back and shares it according to its forming partners, that is the state government, the local government, and the community in which these minerals occur.
In the present, apart from reducing water flow, the mining activity heaps tons of loose soil, which is easily washed down and dumped into the slow-flowing rivers of the plains as silt. When oversilted, the rivers will become shallower, lending themselves to frequent floods. The change in the constituency of the riverbeds will equally lead to species loss. Less water flow from the plateau will lead to drier forests. Rivers that used to be year-round will dry up in the dry season. Communities that live by harvesting non-timber forest products, fishermen, farmers, and livestock rearers will experience diminished source of income. The need to relieve the pressure of youth unemployment is a necessity. At the mining pits of Blue, this instinct for survival is palpable. In some instances, it could get out of hand. There is a great possibility that there are large deposits of this precious stone yet to be discovered on the valleys of this plateau. The question is, when that happens, how sustainable will the mining be?
There is a huge, unemployment situation in the country. It's alarming. And then not only on unemployment, we have poverty that is driving people completely crazy. And there are a lot of responsibilities and expectations there. It will be hard to tell the people to stop the local mining, but the fact of the matter is that there has to be a synergy that comes together, that the mining still goes on locally to sustain people's livelihood from day to day, and also to put the environment as a huge priority. The first is, there's the issue of siltation, whereby the miners dig up these pits, and then downstream it becomes issue. Most of the Mambila Plateau is a catchment area, and it's basically forms a lot of tributary that leads into River Taraba, that in a long time goes down into River Benue and into River Niger. So if we allow this situation here and not control it and not checkmate the situation, we are going to have problems downstream that affects not only the community from here, but it goes right downstream to as far as the Niger Delta.
That most of the youths and those that were redundant in the town, we no longer see them inside town, and those that were engaged in criminal activities, we have seen that all those ones have gone, and it was because they are all engaged in the solar mineral mining at the site in Yango.
Apart from the environment, the settlement of Blue has other casualties.
But later on we also discovered that even the younger, some of them now start leaving school to go and make this money. So to somehow it is economically is of advantage to us, but the educational future of our younger ones is somehow being affected.
Because most of the students have left school and went to Blue in search of money. More especially the girls, they go there in the sake of getting money from these people that are from Senegal, Mali, and so on.
Hastily coming into existence, this community does not have any human waste management system. Standing at the bank of its only stream, one gets an overpowering stench of human waste. When sorting out the stones from the gravel, which was washed in this very stream, the stones are kept in the moat. Land ownership is also a serious problem on the plateau. Ardo Juli claims that the land belongs to his family, and the family has the title to the property.
Kuma akwai yarjejeniya da aka yi tsakaninka da su?
Babu. Mun gaya wa gwamnati kuma tun lokacin da aka fara yin mining din. Kuma mun san mining da ake nan is illegal mining. So mun yi rubuce-rubuce mun gaya wa gwamnati. Tun lokacin da aka fara abun bai yi worse ba. Muna gaya wa gwamnati. Abun yana zaman worse, muna gaya wa gwamnati. Still dai har yanzu muna gaya wa gwamnati kuma ba mu ga abun da aka yi a wajen ba. Abun sai gara yi shi ne ake yi. Kuma ya kamata lokacin da aka fara din ana yi a cikin fadama, a cikin ruwa. To gara a lokacin abun yana da ɗan sauƙi. Amma yanzu an bar cikin ruwa, ana kamawa daga cikin ruwa a haura sai an je garke a sake komawa kuma cikin ruwa. So yanzu an bata mana filaye guda uku daga cikin rafi har zuwa garke, kuma filaye guda uku nan yana dauke da garken shanu guda bakwai.
Without negotiation between the miners and Abdul lies a latent potential for conflict. Until a meaningful plan that takes cognizance of the environmental impact of the mining at Blue and beyond is made. Until a safe method of extracting this mineral is found, and a legal framework of sharing the bounties of this land is created, the dream of a poverty-free Mambila Plateau and its dependent environs will remain a mirage.